Completing tonight's movie triple for the Forbidden Weekend and a little later than planned, a controversial psychological drama starring James Fox and Mick Jagger. Alex Cox sets the scene for Performance.
Forbidden.
Performance was directed in 1968 by Donald Cammell and Nicholas Roeg. It was financed by Warner Brothers, the big American studio, which for a time was involved in making a number of high-profile, biggish-budget British films, among them 2001: A Space Odyssey, Oh Lucky Man, The Devils, and A Clockwork Orange. I'm including 2001 as a British film on the basis of its being made entirely at British studios with British technicians and British actors, such as Leonard Rossiter, in all the supporting roles. This was a time when Americans actually believed in Britain, not just as a backwater known as Merchant Ivory Land, but as an interesting and worthwhile culture in its own right. Whatever they thought of their other forays into the British cinema, the Warner's executives were utterly mystified by Performance. Apparently expecting a sort of Easy Rider sequel, they instead encountered a mad, psychedelic gangster movie with overtones of Borges, The Krays, and Brian Jones. Disturbed, Warner's put no less than 7 editors on the picture and cut 20 minutes out of it, mostly from the beginning of the film. Still dissatisfied, they then shelved Performance for 2 years. When the film was finally considered ready for release, the official censorship began. The BBFC insisted on 16 additional cuts. John Trevelyan was especially insistent that a sequence in which James Fox is whipped should be extensively re-edited. Yet it was not the flogging which disturbed the censor. It was the fact that the scene was intercut with shots of Fox's back being scratched by his girlfriend during a love scene. He said that he could not endorse any explicit statement of the gangster character's sadomasochism. When Donald Cammell pointed out that the deletion of the scratching would render the film simply gratuitously violent, Trevelyan replied, "So be it." Things like this always puzzle me. You can go out to your local Odeon tonight and see people being tortured, beheaded, shot, terrorized, raped, and beaten up. But can you see a film in which the actors actually make love in a realistic way, in which they, heaven forfend, actually scratch each other in their ecstasy? Then as now, the censor, like the studio executive, far prefers violence to sex. That's all for now. Later today, a little scene anti-fascist gem, Pastor Hall, and then this evening, further temptation in the first ever network screening of Ken Russell's The Devils, plus Ingmar Bergman's erotic masterpiece, The Silence.